Oi! I'm lost in the woods. Anyways. Trees! It's the Ents! Anyways, I'm just speedrunning through a world quest? I think it's a world quest, yeah. Don't know the context. I just want to get this over with. And then search for all the goodies laying in this area. Excuse me, from Oculuses to chests, sigils, and Primo gems. Something is watching us as damn, that's deep.
재장전. 모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지. 장전 시작.
아,
나쁘지 않은 수학이야. 나쁘지 않은 수학이야.
need a blue key. Oh, what's this? Gun stock. For my rifle. Nice. Some keys. I see where this is going. Oh, never mind. I don't know why I thought going in the water would like put me back.
나쁘지 않은 수학이야.
Nope.
헷.
And that's why Paimon is the best.
유용한 물자네. 유용한 물자네. 재장전. 잠시 정비하자. 나쁘지 않은 수학이야. 두드려볼까? 장전 시작! 재충전! 모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지. 모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지.
It's like another bat somewhere. Hmm.
유용한 물자네. 재장전. 유용한 물자네.
땡. 하. Excuse me. Three seaweeds. Where could they be? Huh.
재충전. 유용한 물자네. 모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지. 유용한 물자네. 나쁘지 않은 수학이야. 응? 유용한 물자네. 재장전.
음흠.
재장전. 유용한 물자네. 장전 시작.
Hear a pop-up, but not detecting anything. Strange.
나쁘지 않은 수학이야. 핫.
Hang on a second. Are they not going to wake up? It's just an exquisite chest. Oh, there we go.
유용한 물자네.
There's a lot of chests back there.
핫. 나쁘지 않은 수학이야. 모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지.
Oh, wow.
모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지.
It was right there and I didn't even notice.
장전 시작. 나쁘지 않은 수학이야.
Ha!
이건 어때? 유용한 물자네. 컨디션이 회복됐어.
Thank goodness for gyro motion. Although, that doesn't mean my aim is any better. Alright, before I continue, I'll be right back. Gonna head to the restroom. Alright, I'm back. The jackals will feast tonight. Excuse me.
투척 완료. 모두 전원. 재장전. 각오해. 유용한 물자네.
No grenade.
재장전. 리듬을 맞춰서 재충전 발사. 눈 갈라져라. 터뜨려 볼까?
오늘 일단 봐주지.
유용한 물자네. 장전 시작.
They're just laying a bunch of common chests everywhere, here and there, everywhere.
모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지.
Uh-oh. Oh no, there's a chest and a shadow bat. Dang it.
모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지.
Oh, okay. Aha.
유용한 물자네. 유용한 물자네.
Okay. I hope breaking that horn was worth it.
장전 시작.
Is there another chest? Oh no, just back there. Uh-oh. We got trees.
모든 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법. 유용한 물자네. 응? 터뜨려 볼까? 응? 장전 시작. 모든 물건은 쓸모 있는 법이지. 응?
Mm.
터뜨려볼까? 투척 완료. 이건 어때? 재장전. 응?
Easy.
장전 시작. 자. 하.
That is a big egg. The thing that used to be. We've been bamboozled. Eternity. This kind of reminds me of the side quest, world quest that you do in Natlan with your Saurian buddy. The one with the marked. Okay. Egg. No, pebble. Ooh, a shrine. Good thing I have a key.
노력의 결실이네.
All right.
스미즈나야의 눈은 늘 뼈에 사무치듯 차갑고 끝없이 내리지.
이 화로가 이렇게 유용할 줄은 몰랐네.
이 안에선 크레스니크 수정석의 연소 효율이 훨씬 높아. 그동안 여행자와 알류샤가 꾸준히 유지부 바깥은 수정석이 부족해서 난리지만 한정된 수정석을
당분간은 다들 추위 걱정 없이 지낼 수 있겠어. 참, 갱단 녀석들이
그런 일은 없어.
공세오기의 눈먼 잔챙이가
축하 파티라도 해야 하는 거 아니야?
그런 농담은 하지 마. 처음에 약속한 대로 네가 이 피난소를 만들고 사람들을 데려온 걸로.
아, 그래.
난 포효단 소속이잖아. 눈에 띄지.
Damn, that's a lot of primo gems. Small, but plenty. Which one should I do next? Oh yeah, actually, hang on. There was that. There's plenty to do. First, hold on. I just want to take a quick peek. Maybe fire?
이 세계도 나한테 응답하는 걸까?
It was a seaweed. I wouldn't say going up is the best place to find a warmer place, but okay. Ooh, nice.
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지.
Oh, right. This is done. Excuse me. I hope these are good. Let's check them out. No, no, no. Maybe. Man, none of them were good. Just one. How poop. Usually some of them would be good. Like more than half of the amount you collect, but disappointing. Well, at least I can use them to... Nah, that one ain't good. That ain't it, chief. Not even that. Oh, okay, I'll keep that. Hang on. Hmm. Hang on. I just realized that one of the UI is bugged. Give me a moment. Maybe I'll have to restart the game. Ah, there we go. I was wondering what was going on. Why wasn't the mission thingy popping up?
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지.
Paintress. Don't gourmage me! Oh, she's gonna break the seal. Elegant. How deep do you think the water is down there? Or perhaps it's not water. The whole floor is just completely solid ice. Nope.
난 이런 거 필요 없으니까 잘 챙겨둬.
Oh wait, I should have just used take the heat source. in my place. What does that mean? Ah, right.
난 이런 거 필요 없으니까 잘 챙겨둬.
Big boy. What are you gonna do? Farewell. Ah, that's it. Ooh, I need something. That's a lot of world quest. Did the giants sit on something by any chance? I guess not. Just a side quest, done and done.
시간이 2배, 아니 3배로 늘어난다면 좋을 텐데.
Sorry, I'm just looking for something to listen to. Nothing. Nothing yet. Jump! And the people inside the car are like, what? What was that noise? What was that noise? Oh, there's an Oculus somewhere. Just gotta remember. Just gotta remember to check it out. And they didn't even bother to look up. Amazing. Who's there? A doggy was sliding a bit. How can you stand on that? That doesn't even look very balanced.
주술, 칭령.
뭐지? 누구냐? 젠장! 저거
Oh yeah, I remember this area. The two guards were telling me to get off. So this is what it was.
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않게. 여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지. 노력의 결실이네.
I got stuck. I literally got stuck. At least the lift is already down. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong one.
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지.
Oh, at least he's breathing. I was gonna say he's dead!
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지.
Oh, I was supposed to go up, but there's like...
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지.
There's a chest somewhere below. Oh.
여정은 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지 않지.
The butcher is dead.
난 이런 거 필요 없으니까 잘 챙겨둬.
Ooh, that's pretty steep. Down here. Yeah.
노력의 결실이네.
Is that another one? Oh. Boneyard. Train boneyard. You know, some of these side quests should be voiced. Where is the boneyard?
주술, 침략, 윤력.
시작하자.
귀찮아 죽겠네. 빨리 도망가야. 두고 보자.
노력의
Fish.
결실이네.
Where is this? Oh. These gosh darn Oculuses. Always climbing, finding them in high places. Oh, pfft. Who put that there? Oh, hey Ratchet, what's up? Just doing some side quest. I just finished one world quest. Excuse me. Just started the story last night. I just met with Odette. Oh, then you're gonna love what comes
침략,
later.
주술.
얼음 속 눈그림자.
A murder scene
윤력.
with lots of plot.
주술.
시작하자.
두고 보자.
Anyways, sorry. I was just listening to some stuff.
쉽게 대답할 수 있는 일을 긴 설명은 필요 없어.
I know that past that past part. Yeah, yeah. Makes you really wonder who really at Hoyoverse is writing all this stuff.
침략, 윤력.
볼래?
얼음 속 눈그림자.
진짜.
And I hope they get paid a lot. I met the other ballerina. Who is it again? Besides Odette. Oh, isn't it the water imp? No, she's not. She's not.
누구냐?
entirely a ballerina. She's a like a singer. Oh, and speaking of which, yeah, Hoyoverse already just dropped the drip reveal yesterday. Two characters. Two new characters coming out in the next update. Which I'm guessing it's going by order. So the second character that you mentioned, the singer, she is going to be in Phase 2 banner, I'm assuming, and then the character who's going to appear in the first phase banner is the new character that acts like the bodyguard for the Cryo Archon. The first ever fairy character of Genshin. If you remember the epilogue cutscene, yeah, the one with the fairy wings.
여전히 연습과 같아. 단 한 걸음도 헛되지. 칭령.
So
시작하자.
more waifus on the way. And yeah, of course, don't be surprised if you find them all as 5 stars. Hoyoverse got to bank on that money after all. They just opened up a new region and they might as well just, you know, start rolling out waifus one after another.
윤력.
The male characters will come later. At least you already got to meet with two of them. And then let's see, who else was there? There's Cryo-Archon. Oh yeah, and then there's the tall maid, the Cryo-Archon's second bodyguard.
다른 볼 일이 없다면 난 이만 연습하러 가볼게.
Oh, and of course, expect maybe some characters from other regions that we may return to, especially in sometime in February. You know, when we do another Lantern Rite festival, but that's for another time or in the future. There's a Shadow Realm. All right, gotta get the guns out then. Oh, okay. No, this is a. Or do I have to do it? Excuse me. Oh, big mammoth. These, like I said, these kind of side quests should have been voiced. Heck, some of the world quests don't even have voices. When they take like an hour or two to get done, and it's very heavy dialogue. Oh well, at least I found the third Shadow Realm for the Edge of Survival. It is still funny to see these kind of mob characters in Genshin. We're so used to, like, you know, humans and typical monsters you see in your fantasy RPGs. And then there's these guys, these mammoths. Still not adventure rank 50. I forgot how hard the promotion level was again. Don't worry. There is no rush in doing so. You can do that at any time of your leisure. Just as long as you level up your characters, most of them, if not all, and then, well, that's where the fun begins. When you're ready to level up your characters and artifacts and weapons and talents, monsters get stronger, but at least they do drop some good stuff too. And then all the main challenges you can do, like the higher levels where you get the better rewards.
늙은 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지. 핫!
보자. 보자.
How did I get 0 ammo? I had full last time
나쁘지 않은
when I was in
수학이야.
the Shadow Realm. I need good parties to conquer it.
핫!
Mm-hmm. No. If you know what kind of enemies, no, in fact, I bet you can look up on YouTube videos because it's all a scripted challenge. Every Ascension quest is scripted, so at least you know what enemies you'll be encountering.
늙은 물건은 쓸모가 있는 법이지. 응? 잠시 정비하자.
Oh man, the last time I'll never forget the last time I
나쁘지
did
않은 수학이야.
my Ascension quest.
컨디션이 회복됐어.
Oh, what a struggle. I just barely made it, but that was like a mistake I made. I said this story many times. But this is why I say you need to level up all of your characters before you even think about doing the Ascension quest. Because leveling up your adventure rank also means your world level increases, and like I said, enemies get stronger, loot gets better. But yeah, enemies get stronger, bosses get stronger. You also unlock domains, higher level domains, so you can get like guaranteed 5-star, 4-star artifacts and materials. And then, of course, yes, when you get to, as you level up your adventure rank, you get the the free rewards. Come on, Mammoth Man. You want me to shoot a bunch of bullets on you?
머리통이 간지러운가 보군.
터뜨려볼까?
무슨 한 주먹거리도 안 되는군.
장전 시작. 터뜨려볼까? 재장전. 핫!
잘 봐.
Just be prepared. Oh, actually, actually, that's like one thing as a quick reminder. So in case, should you complete the Ascension quest, if you find the enemies and the world bosses too difficult for you to tackle, you can reduce the world level if you wish. And at any time, you can revert it back to your the current world level. The only purpose of that is just so that, you know, if you're one of those people that completed the Ascension quest but you find the enemies too hard to tackle, yeah, you can just reduce the difficulty, the world level, and then switch it back when you're ready. For mainly the purpose of
노력의 결실이네.
what was it? You know, if you feel like most of your characters are under leveled. At least you had that option. For me, day one Genshin players didn't get that until a couple of updates later. I did my Ascension quest. Little did I know what I was getting myself into. It was really bad. The struggle was real. And yet, I managed to surpass. But and then yeah, Hoyoverse be like, oh yeah, here's this update where you can reduce the world level. It's like, oh well, that could have been helpful. Well, it kind of did at one point when I did try to revert my level, and then eventually, once most of my characters were, you know, higher level, I reverted back to my current level, and I was like, okay, yeah, now I'm ready for the challenges. I'm ready to fight bosses at level 90 and all that sort. Pyro, cryo, wind, and water. Damn. Sounds like the challenge is asking you to do a lot of vaporize or melt, or depending on the whatever enemy you're going to fight. I guess maybe those like I'm assuming like if there's a pyro related enemy, you use cryo. Yeah, hydro. Sorry. Cryo is best against electro. Hydro is good against pyro. Yeah. And what's best against hydro? Dendro. Or if it was like, say, an enemy, or if the enemy was like made of water, or you make the enemy wet, you can freeze them. That's usually my favorite thing, especially when in certain biomes. If it rains, yeah, you can just freeze their asses. Uh-oh. The Ents have awakened.
칭령, 주술.
얼음 속 용들이자 필요해.
This thing doesn't have eyes, like an actual eyes mount. Sorry, Treebeard.
윤력, 칭령, 윤력. 번개 선거.
그대 일어나라.
Yeah, I was expecting that to happen. Excuse me. Bear. Don't get too close to it. You know what happens when you try to anger a Russian bear.
칭령, 윤력,
귀찮아
얼음 속
죽겠네.
그림자.
아이고, 빨리 도망쳐야.
Hello.
어디
칭령,
실력 좀 볼까?
얼어붙은 상이.
귀찮아 죽겠네. 빨리 도망쳐야.
난
They
이런
didn't
거
even
필요
drop their
없으니까 잘 챙겨둬.
materials. What a rip off. Anyways, I wonder if that hang on, I just want to check. That was just part of the side quest, wasn't it? Yeah. But there should be a new stage after that, yeah? Alright, nothing. Well, the Wolverine gameplay showed up. And it did look good. But once again, Sony fans continue to riot. You know, the whole end of physical media thing. But even worse, even worse, they found out who is actually associating with Insomniac for developing the development of the Wolverine game. And yeah, you're not gonna like it. It's actually so bad, the situation's so bad that Insomniac is like pissed off at the consumers and saying, stop slandering us, blah blah blah. In fact, they're actually shaking because we're only a month away until its official release. And, well, let's just say the game's probably going to sell 1 million, but it's still probably not going to be enough. And then, you know what Sony's going to do? They're going to look at Insomniac and say, we're going to have to start laying some of you off. You guys failed. Sorry, but we got to save money. And you know what's even better? Naughty Dog. They're in a... Huh? Naughty Dog is in very hot water. You know that game that they announced way back, Intergalactic or something like that? Yeah, that game, it's been in development now for 6 years, and it is currently what what's that guy's name? Neil Drunkman. Yeah. Apparently, he said the game is unsustainable. Oh, hang on a second. Stream was like stuttering a bit. Huh, weird. Hang on. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, Naughty Dog is struggling to get to make Intergalactic. Oh boy. Ever heard of Karma, Neil Drunkman? Like, from what I've heard. So yeah, the game Intergalactic started back in 2020. And yeah, it's not even like anywhere near done. They don't even have a demo. Even better, they're still actually trying to hire more people to help develop the game. And Sony is giving them the side eye. Like, where is it, Naughty Dog? When's the game coming out? You said this and that. Where is it? Yeah, so if the man himself, Mr. Drunkman, says that the game currently is not sustainable, like, that's literally the quote, not sustainable, well, canceling is out of the question. All they can do is release the game when it's ready, like Duke Nukem Forever style. Huh? Oh, and even better, Sony, obviously, inevitably they're going to... Well, Sony obviously can't afford to give them any more budget if the game's going to have another 2-3 year delay, which by that count, that's like 9-year development. So Sony is going to do what Microsoft has been doing lately, layoffs. But you know what? I say they should do that. The gaming industry needs to hit a giant big red button that says reset. Meanwhile, Nintendo is still Nintendo. Expensive, but hey, at least they're still making some quality games. Heck, the last Nintendo game I bought and played was Star Fox Remake, and it's good.
고생 많았어. 나한테 넘겨줘.
I love it. Although, yeah, very questionable about the Xenoblade Trilogy ports on Switch 2. Like, it's supposed to be a visual upgrade, and they added, like, few extra features, but there's like some funny visual bugs, which of course not a problem for Monolith Soft. They can fix that.
전에 말했듯이 강아지 몇 마리를
All the while they are making a new Xenoblade, right?
하지만 그
What was it
정도는
called again?
나
It's
혼자
not
충분해.
Xenoblade 4, but it is another
고수
Xenoblade.
작업이 전부 끝나면 이 너희
So at
둘도
least we know, at the very least, and I think a lot of people are saying this outright, Nintendo is fine. And that's a good thing. And you know what I also find funny? So you know how now the PlayStation 5 and heck, even the Xbox, they all got their prices hiked. Like, in fact, like not too long ago, no, in August 1st, Microsoft had to increase the price on the Xbox consoles. Hang on a second. Yeah. So it was so now it's $100 more or something. Unfortunate, but Microsoft just simply said they just can't. They can't meet up with the manufacturing resources. Yeah, you know, because of AI taking up RAM, so limited supplies for the manufacturers. Which does explain why I couldn't even find a single Xbox Series X's anywhere. I went to like multiple game stores, electronic stores, and yeah, there's not a single Xbox Series X's. There's only S models. Oh, but there's still some PS5s here and there, and plenty of Switch 1s and Switch 2s. So yeah, I have taken their word for it. But anyways, sorry, no, the thing that I was realizing with all the costly game consoles, if you're looking for a game console that's at least half the price or less than that, go to a vintage game store, like those retro game stores, and you'll see the price of a GameCube, and you'll say, hey, that's not so bad in this economy. Because at least if you're planning to buy or buy a GameCube, PS2, Xbox again, in this economy, in this time, trust me, it's no longer like considered that expensive. The games, of course, yeah, it's like Smash Brothers Melee, obviously $100. Yeah, of course, it's expensive, but you know, it has reasons for it being that way. But it's like, would you prefer to pay $300 for a used GameCube that has been tested, or a $600-700 Switch 2? So in fact, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they want to go back to retro gaming. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I'm having that thought too. Problem is, some people are gonna need to find old model TVs. Because, you know, GameCube, PS2, I mean, I know there are video splitters you can use. But, you know, if you want old-fashioned, you're gonna need to look. Probably not too hard to find CRTVs, or hell, even the mid-2000s flat screen TVs that have that, you know, yellow, white, red cables. Gosh, I miss those cables. I mean, HDMI is simple and straight up just one cable. But still, classic. Anyways, one bad thing after another for Sony. The Wolverine is gonna get slammed, dunked badly. Naughty Dog is struggling with their upcoming game. And in case you haven't or you didn't remember, Naughty Dog. Oh no, sorry, I'm confused with Insomniac. Never mind, no. And now Sony's getting sued in multiple countries because of how they were planning to end physical media. Oops. I wonder how they could have all prevented this. But it's just one karma after another. Seeing Sony's downfall kind of reminds me of Sega when they were also facing their downfall. And you know what? Even though Sony's still going to push for a PS6, but I feel like the PS6 could be their last if they do not hit that big reset button. That doesn't exist, but you know what I mean. Because they won't survive another generation if they don't clear up their act. And then you know what? That if they end up giving up the gaming industry, don't feel bad for them. They did that to themselves. But a lot of things will happen, like a chain reaction, such as PlayStation console will now be rare to find. maybe Sony could just resort to just do what Sega is doing, go third
아무튼
party,
양쪽 일 다 잘 해낼 수 있어.
and then hand out all their IPs to either Nintendo and or
미리
Microsoft.
말해두는데 이번에도 널
Just like
죽을
how,
때안 보이는
or
상황이
yeah, go
생기면
third party.
나도 더 이상은 안
Like
감싸줄 거야.
Sonic is everywhere
네가
now.
오데트를 걱정해서
which is
그러는
a
건
good thing.
알지만 오데트는
And speaking of
진심으로
Sonic,
둘 다
change of
잘해보고
subject.
싶은
Holy
것
shit,
같아.
I knew it. Sonic with long legs. I don't like it.
말려봤자 소용없을 줄은 알았어.
I saw Crash Bandicoot, long legs. I hate it.
친구로서
나 혼자서도 충분히
Oh no. I mean, I understand it's Fortnite, and you know they can't. Epic Games can't, you know, change the body proportions for the sake of hitboxes and such. But
좋아.
no,
그럼 맡길게.
people have made jokes about Sonic Boom having long legs, but
바로 수락하는
now the joke is
여행자가
back.
믿을 만한
Except now it's in
사람이라는 건
Fortnite.
전에 극장에 gat혔을 때부터 느꼈어.
Supposedly, when people were slowing down the footage, the trailer for the latest season, there apparently was a diagram of Ryu, Chun-Li, and Samus standing next to each other. Like there was literally an outline of Samus.
오데트?
And then
나한텐
if
안
you actually
맡겨?
look at one of
아무리
the
그래도
scenes,
내가 너랑 알고 지낸
there's
시간이 훨씬 길잖아.
one of the characters was wielding a sword and a shield, and then another character riding on a cart, which looks exactly like Mario Kart, and then the sword and shield guy clearly is supposed to be Link,
극장에서든 포효되는
because you know the
지금
theme is
너와
about
함께
video
일할 수
games,
있어서
right?
기쁘게 생각해 보려니 참.
Well, at least it's tall enough to be in Fortnite. That's the thing. It's not about who qualifies to be in Fortnite. It's more like you better
하지만 너한테
be ready
맡기면
to see some
넌
cursed
일정
imagery
휴식
of your
그건
favorite
꼭
characters
필요한 휴식이거든?
stretching their legs if they're like those kind of characters, you
넌
know.
꼭 필요한 게 너무 많아.
It works for characters like Ryu, Master Chief, and Kratos because you know they're normal human characters. But you know, Crash, Sonic, they're like those. How do you pronounce that? Anthropomorphic small characters. Even Mega Man. I mean, Mega Man. To be fair, we've seen him
이
have
세상에
long
재밌는
legs.
게 얼마나
You know, from the
많은데 하나씩 다
cartoon,
경험해봐야지.
90s
눈에
cartoon.
보이는데 그냥 지나
난 잘 모르겠던데.
맨날 눈앞에 있는 것만 쳐다보니까
It works for
뭐가
Mega Man.
있는지
I have
당연히
no
모르지.
issues with him having long legs, but
눈은
they kind of
원래
like
앞을
forced
보려-
it.
맞아. 그래서 친구가 필요한 거야. 친구가 있으면 눈이
And I
항상
guess
더
the same
생긴
thing
거나
with like how
다름없잖아.
they did the same for Peter Griffin. Too fat,
됐다,
so
게임은
they had to
너희들은
bring
너희한테
back they
맡길게.
had an excuse to
너희의
bring
눈을
back the
믿어.
classic buff Peter Griffin based on one of the
오데트,
old
너도
episodes.
여행자한테 맡기기로 한 이상
And
얌전히
then
그 일정 그대로 움직여야 해.
the amazing digital circus. Jax, no problem. He's already tall. But Palmy, how do you fix her? Oh, just stretch the legs. So
그래, 약속할게.
yeah, again, it's not about who qualifies.
그럼
It's about
오데트는
just
너희한테
getting,
부탁할게.
just try
일정표는
to
저쪽에 있으니까
get a
나 알아서 채워넣어.
clear idea of what the characters will
양심해.
look like with
검은
longer
백조
legs
공연은
now.
2주 뒤야.
우인단 임무 평가는 일주 뒤고.
우리한테 어?
So, anyways, yes,
그러면
apparently
앞으로 2주 동안
Epic Games.
우리가
I
오데트의
imagine
전담
Epic
대기-
Games tried
잘
to
부탁해, 매니저.
negotiate a deal with Nintendo to get you know, Nintendo IP characters into Fortnite, especially considering that the hold on, I'm not that's not a side quest, that's an actual quest. Let me just do one more side quest. So yeah, Samus was supposedly planned there. They were gonna have a Mario Kart, and yeah, Link to be in Fortnite. But as everybody knows about Nintendo these days, they're very protective of their IPs. They're very protective of their characters, and in such a kind of a missed opportunity if you think about it. Because Fortnite has clearly, like, with no shadow of a doubt, Fortnite is one of those games that gives people exposure to characters. So clearly, young gamers today, if they that are playing Fortnite, if they see a character that they clearly have no idea who it is, but then they're told, oh, this character is actually from this video game, then, the results, the reaction is going to be what you expect. People are going to, those youngsters are going to look it up on the internet, find out what game they're from, and then they'll be like, oh, this game looks pretty interesting, maybe I will get it. Oh, it's it's a Switch 2 exclusive game? Oh, okay, well, I guess I have a reason to buy a Switch 2 now. Or, again, exposure. And yeah, Nintendo is missing their opportunity to do that. It's called marketing. Help spread the word to a lot of people about your IP. I mean, sure, fair enough, everybody knows Mario. And Zelda, but Nintendo should give other franchises like Metroid and Kirby and I guess even F-Zero a chance. Hell, Smash Brothers was the one and only game that helped brought exposure to a lot of people to know a bunch of characters they probably have never heard of. Especially the guest characters. I bet you, guaranteed, some youngsters today have never heard of Kazuya or Banjo-Kazooie. And then what do? And then what happens? Well, Sakurai does his presentation. He explains where the character is from, and he actually shows footages of the source material, just like, and like Final Fantasy VII, except since it's a PS1 game, but hey, thankfully it's on PC and now on Switch 1. Tekken, well, they had to use the PC footage. They dare not to use the PS5 version. And Banjo-Kazooie, well, they had to use the Xbox version because for the source material, because at the time there was no way to play Banjo-Kazooie on Switch 1 until months later. So yeah, a darn shame that Nintendo just didn't bother to accept any kind of make any deal with Epic Games to get their characters to be in Fortnite. And then there's the typical argument, like Nintendo fans just don't want their favorite millionaire company to be thrown at Fortnite because they think Fortnite is cursed. Like, it's those kind of fanboys and girls.
거기서 말이 안 통하는 녀석. 공연을 물러서지 않아. 일단 봐주지.
Aha, I was right.
난 이런 거 필요 없으니까 잘 챙겨가.
Well, in any case, Nintendo will be missing out on the party. That's on Nintendo.
그대에게 선사할게.
Oh, it's up there. How does one get up there? Maybe I have to do the side quest.
공연을 시작하지.
Somehow that wooden house made it all the way here. Excuse me. Also, I just learned that. So yeah, you already so everybody knows that who is it? The like other games like Rocket League has actually done multi-platform crossovers. Rocket League is a multi-platform game. And yet, that game and Minecraft also have like collaborative items. Like in Rocket League, you get the Mario Luigi skin for the cars. I think there was even a Metroid skin. And yet, oh, but sorry, no, lost my train of thought. So what I learned is that since games like Rocket League and Minecraft have cross platforms, right? If you were playing Rocket League on Switch with the Mario skin, other players actually do not see you with the skin. They'll just see it just a default skin or something. Those tips that players put on, yeah, it's like the what's that game I'm thinking of? It's like it's like Dark Souls. So far, they're pretty useful. Nothing that's like troll worthy. Oh no, do I have to bring the... Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Or no? Oh, I see. Or those are the boxes I need to collect. But you know what's funny? I imagine Hoyoverse looked at Arc Knight Enfield, because Enfield, I think, does exactly this. How you can construct buildings for exploration purposes. And they just made this region an excuse because of the ice sculpture ability, just to just so that you can do this. Am I doing this right? I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, they're pretty useful. Oh, okay, now it pulls? Huh, weird, because usually the tether line would appear to confirm if it can reach. So yeah, you can do the same. You can post a sign, leave a message behind for other players to see. And you can give them a like. At least it's not forced. Like, you have to get a like or give a like.
얼른 넣어도. 내가 허락하지.
There's like boats on the other side. That's not accessible to reach. What? I wonder what that's hinting for. Alright, well, I still have a problem there.
공연을 시작하지.
Oh hey, it's the ice giant I freed earlier. Is that reachable? Yeah, he's like on the other side there. But just seeing him standing like right there, it's giving me giant. What's that? What's that word? Giant phobia or something like that. Oh, at least it's not a sea creature. That would have been 10 times worse. Aqua giant phobia. Alright, pretty sure it's not aquaphobia. There's an actual wording for fear of the deep blue sea. I swear I've been calling it aquaphobia, but now I'm pretty sure it's not called that. Anyways, yeah, I was about to say that the thing, the signs that you post, yeah, you're not forced to give other players a like, which reminded me of that one stupid feature that NTE had or has.
주술, 윤력, 주술, 날개의 전율.
Yeah, I didn't like it. What do you got in here? That's a lot of madame chickens. That's something that I would deliver for other players.
공연을 일어나라. 필요해.
Oh yeah, I guess that's like a useful item actually. Like you could, if you want to share some of your materials, you could probably just create a storage and leave it for other players. How do you schedule the days to level up your character's roster for every time? Oh, asking the real serious question. Oh boy, where do I even start with that? Alright, give me a moment, let me just beat up these furries!
주술, 윤력, 주술, 시작.
It's over. Hoyer versus now throwing furry slander. I mean, hey, not all of them are bad. I just did a side quest where we were helping the good furries. Okay, well, I'll deal with that side quest at my own time. So yeah, how do I schedule? So I would say in brief, like if I wanted to slim it down, the explanation, you can just look up on the internet. Like if you type in like Genshin and then the character's name, Ascension materials, talent materials, you'll see a bunch of sources that will show you like what the character needs. But then again, sorry, I just remembered. The game itself already does that for you anyways. Yeah, you're lucky because day one Genshin did not have this. You had to rely on the internet or YouTube to get the guidance. So when it comes to leveling up characters, yeah, all you have to do is go to any character, press whatever the button is for Xbox. I don't know what it is. Here on PlayStation, it's the touchpad. Open up the Ascension material preview, and then, you know, if say you got a fresh new character, this is what they start off with, or what you need. And then, yeah, every, what is it, Ascension 1, 3, 5, you get a free Quaint Fate, which is good, because at least you get something out of that. Day 1 Genshin didn't have this until the update went live, and yeah, you can imagine how many Quaint Fates I had afterwards. Anyways, so the good news in terms of like ascending, leveling up a character, you don't have to wait for any specific day. Well, but we'll talk about that later. But yes, you can look up how to get the materials just by highlighting which the materials and right-click, find out where you can get the materials. So, for example, usually, you know, those elemental stones, you easily just get those from fighting bosses, whether it be weekly or world bosses. Or you can, yeah, there's the souvenir shop. Where is that again? Oh yeah, no, every town has those. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, sorry, what I just did. Yeah, you can check the enemy tabs in your adventure handbook, so you know which bosses specifically drops that material. And yeah, the same thing goes for all the other tiers. And yeah, it also shows you how much you need for each ascension. So, you know, your first ascension after you level up the character at 20, you just need 1 of this, and then you need 3 of this, and then what is this? 6 of that, then 3 of these chunky ones, 6 of these, and 6 of these. Now, don't forget, you can go craft them in the crafting alchemy table. So, say if you have plenty of these, you can take these and craft this. If you have plenty of these, then you can craft this out of this. Again, you have to do a little math here as well. So, you know, for example, you need a total of 9 of this. Of the stones, and then 9 of the chunky ones, and then 6. But if you're gonna craft this, if my math is correct, you need 18 of these to get 6, because it costs, what is it? 3 of this to make 1 of this. And then 3 of this to make 1 of this. And then 3 of this to make 1 of that. So multiply 3 times 6. Yeah, 18. Alright, so that's the rock stuff. And yeah, that goes for all the other elements as well. It's all the same amount. Actually, all of the other materials Ascension are same amounts. Yeah. Like 1, 3, 6, 3, 6, and 6. Yeah. Now, as for these, yeah, same thing. All you have to do is just right-click the material, check out where they are, fight them over and over until you have 46. You need 46 in total of these. Once you reach to Ascension 2, then yeah, you need 46 materials of the world bosses material. And then, oh gosh, okay, we'll save the number 3 later. Number 4, are usually materials that are pretty much easy to get. These are materials you get from the enemies. Or better yet, if you want to find them, you can, again, highlight. And then you can look for the enemies that drop them, and then they'll highlight them, permanently highlight them where they are. When you take them down, it'll mark another location where you can find them, and so forth until you think you have enough. But, which is all the reason why I say, like, when you're in a new region, in this case, you see an enemy, fight them. Because you're definitely going to need their materials for your current characters or future characters. And now we get to the worst part. So, last remark is, yeah. So, the fourth item, the last material item is, I want to say, just common. Just fight some mob enemies. If you can't find them, again, you can open up and search them. Another alternative is going to the shop, and you can actually spend your star dust on those materials. But I highly advise going against doing that. Because, you know, every month the shop resets, and, you know, if you don't have enough, then you don't get the intertwined fate and acquaint fates. So only spend if you know how much you need. How many hours you follow the pin monsters? There's no time limit. You just go at your own leisure. Is it still? It's still being tracked. Hang on. Sorry, let me just cancel. So, you know, it doesn't. Whenever you pin a mob enemy, it stays with you until the book just basically says it can't find any more. Like, that's like another thing to keep in mind of. So even though when you track down the mob enemy that drops those materials, it doesn't show you, it won't pinpoint all of their locations. It'll just pinpoint most of it. So if the handbook says it's done finding all monsters, there's still a good chance there's ones that the handbook doesn't even tell you. But at least it will pin most of their locations. And don't worry, at least the mob enemies do respawn the next day, because, you know, they're mobs. They respawn on a daily basis. So at least that's why I say when it comes to like these kind of materials from mob enemies, they're easy to grind for. So that's the least of your worries. The one thing you're going to find annoying is regional specific or local specialties. So, from the beginning, since Genshin came out, this has been a it has been a nuisance to a lot of players. Not to some characters, some of their materials are easy to find. Some of them you can even plant at your Serenity Pot. But these items, these stinking slot 3 items, you can still find them. Thank goodness, because back then you had to consult the internet to find them. Like, they actually have like a functional map you can click and whatever. But now the Hoyoverse was kind enough to finally have a function where, similar to the enemy mobs, when you click L3 on the material, go to collect, and then it'll pinpoint the location. But once again, just like the mob enemies, the handbook will show you where most of them are. It won't show you where all of them are. So do keep that in mind. Or better yet, if you ever go to the location, you could leave a little pin on it. Well, actually, back then, that's what a lot of people did since day one. So yeah, for example, like, if I want to go collect this material, then yeah, you go to the location, find the item that you're looking for. Here, there. It won't show you exactly, so don't look at the map too long. Just keep collecting until the blue circle it disappears, and it basically tells you, yeah, you collected all of them in the area. To make it easier to find exactly where they are in the blue circle, make sure you have characters in your party that has a passive talent that allows you to find those materials, like exact pinpoint location. So in this case, we're in non-craze, so okay, so yeah, Aino, for example, is a character where her passive material actually shows you where the local material is. So you see that little hand up there, the little white hand there. So if you have a character in your party that pinpoints location of those special items, yeah, they'll show you exactly where it is. Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you just said that. I just saw your text there. So yeah, you can do that. Some characters have that passive, some don't. So yeah. Very handy passive talent. Alongside the function of, you know, the game just showing you the area of interest. And then you saw earlier, you just saw there on the side, it actually shows you which characters need that specific material. Now yes, that sounds great and all, but that item that I picked up, you obviously cannot grow. It's not a plant. You can't grow that in the Serenity Pot. So you know what that means? When you pick up the material, you have to wait for the next 2 real life days for them to respawn. Like, there's an actual countdown. It doesn't show you when. You just have to keep track of that yourself. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 days, like exactly 48 hours. But if it is a plant, and make sure you do have this item with you. So hopefully you have this item, the seed dispensary, because not all plants. Remember, not all plants that you pick up gives you a seed. So fortunately, for Odette's Ascension material, her plant, yes, when you pick up the plant, you get the plant itself, and then you get the seed. Take the seed, grow them in your Serenity Pot, so that way you can double down on collecting the material. Problem with that is you have to wait 48 hours or so as well for the plant to grow. So just like how it normally is in the game itself, you pick up the plant in the open world, 48 hours. You grow them in your Serenity Pot, wait 48 hours. Yeah, I know. This is why I say this was the worst part about character ascensions. From the plants to that material. Oh yeah, and then of course, say it's not just inanimate objects or plants. Sometimes it could also be living things. And again, the rule applies to those as well. 48 hours. Wait until they respawn. But see, I think now you understand why players want to come to your world. Every time you see that invite pop up, like you just saw seconds ago, they're not there to play co-op with you. Unless they're your friends, like friends that you know. But when it's usually it's always random strangers. They're not there to play co-op with you. They want your materials. And apparently that's how it works. If your server, your world is out of materials, you could go to someone else's and steal theirs. I mean, unless it's a friend you know, or a family member that's also playing Genshin, and you know if you ask them, hey, have you finished ascending your character? Can I come over to your world and collect the materials? My world is all out, and I don't want to wait 2 days. So yes, you could do that. Otherwise, wait for the next 2 days for these local materials to respawn. But yeah, if it's a plant that does have a seed, make sure you have this item equipped, and then go to your Serenity Pot to grow them. Fortunately, whenever there's like a news story, at least they do passively give you like 30 of these. Oh, right, that's right. How many do you need in total? Well, let's count them together. Because I actually don't remember. Actually, wait, I think it's 160. You need 160 of these kind of materials, I think. Let me pull out a calculator just in case. I'm pretty sure it's 160. Calculator. So 3 plus 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 45 plus 60. No, 168. You need 168 of character-specific materials in order to practically ascend them all the way to max. Otherwise, if you don't have the exact amount, then yeah, you'll just slowly climb your way up. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But yeah, because of that main Archon quest that I did, I just needed like 30 left, and I was like, okay, final ascension, level 90, done. Oh wait, right, sorry, that's like another thing. So aside of all the materials, Mora, don't forget, it'll cost you Mora to ascend. It'll cost you Mora to level up a character. It'll cost you these materials, the EXP materials to level up the characters. So yes, you're practically doubling down on the Mora spending from leveling up a character. Like, quick example. So you're spending Mora to level up the characters. And then you're spending another couple of Mora to ascend them, along with spending the materials.
애쓴 게 보이네.
So you better hope you have enough Mora. At least the Ascension preview gives you how much Mora you will need in total. In fact, might as well do the math here as well. But yeah, I'm not sure how many Mora it is for when you're using the EXP. Let's see, 20k to 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So you're gonna, for a total of all the ascensions, you're gonna need 420,000 Moras. I know, it sounds like a lot. But remember all those events where Mora EXP gets like a double drop? Whenever that event happens, you stop whatever it is you're doing. If you were like in the middle of like grinding for certain artifacts, stop. And get that double drop. Same thing happens when artifacts get a double drop. If anything gets a double drop, focus on grinding for those. Trust me, you'll be earning a lot of materials from those double drops. So yeah, that's Ascension stuff. It sounds like a lot of work. But hey, remember this. If I can do it, so can you. I was patient with dealing with all these characters trying to wait 2 days for stupid local materials to respawn. Fighting bosses was actually pretty fun. Well, some of them are fun, some of them are annoying. Fighting mobs at least are also fun. You get to go around, explore. And yeah, while you're fighting bosses, you get materials. And yeah, if you have any spares, yeah, at least you get to save those for other characters that might need the same materials. Because yeah, it's never just one character. So there is always like 2-3 characters that might, need the same materials. Which means like, say if you needed this 46 times 2, that's, I don't know what that I can't do math in my head. If it's 46 and you double that, you need 92. Well, you have to look at your roster if you need to double down. And then comes the talent materials. So, okay, as of now I can't show it to you because right now it's free choice. Right now all the domains with the talent materials, it's a free choice. I don't know how long it is. Was it here? Oh yeah. Okay, but yeah, so but I will say, I think you already know this, but I will say it out anyways. For the talent materials, these obviously they come out on specific days. So you need to plan what you want to save your resins for. Like for example, I'm pretty sure it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah. On Sunday is like free choice. Like all the materials are available on Sunday of your choosing. But when it comes to like specific days, like I said, you need to plan out your day, plan out what you want to grind for. And I say save your resins because don't forget there is that one item that you can craft. I haven't forgotten, but I haven't used it ever. Remember these condensed resins? Basically, it'll cost you, let's see, you need this the crystal core, and 60 resins. And what is it for? It's basically storing a bunch of resins in one condensed resin, and you can use that to grind for the materials. So specifically, what you want to do using that is, how do I say this? Because obviously you can't, since these talent materials come at specific days, right? So, okay, let's say you're gonna grind for this material, which I think comes out every Tuesdays and Fridays. Yeah. So which means on Monday, if you want, obviously the resin count doesn't exceed above 200, but you don't want to like not use the resin on Monday. Like it'll just become a waste, right? So what you should do is make those condensed resins on Monday. Again, as an example, Monday. Then on Tuesday, that's when you can spend all of your resins and use the condensed resins. So you're in a way doubling down on getting those talent materials. In this case, the Tuesday drops. Because that's what I did. It was pretty efficient. But in days like this, where I don't know, it doesn't even tell you, but yeah, on days like this, whenever there's a new update that tells you, hey, every day of the week now, for a limited time, you're free to choose whichever talent material you choose. Yeah, then you don't need the condensed resins. Because, it's free choice. Actually, that's like Sundays. Yeah, Sundays is free choice, I said earlier. So, yeah, you can do that. Oh, and where can you get the crystal cores? The butterflies. These guys. The crystal butterflies. Except, yeah, as you can tell, they run away at the moment you start making noise or they notice you. So, who was it? Ah, yes. If you have Sayu, she will not startle any of the crystal butterflies. They won't fly away. Or, if you don't, then if you see them, get ready to sprint, jump, and catch as many as you can before they fly away. They won't disappear. They'll just fly at high altitude beyond your reach. I'm pretty sure you can. Wait, hang on. What did he look like again? No, that's all now food. I am blind. Where? Okay, hold on. Let me take this slowly. Where is it? It's like a diamond crystal. Oh, here it is. Oh, good. They actually... Oh, right. Wait, no. Hold on a sec. Okay, no, not... This one will not tell you where they are specifically. But, and I completely forgot this item even existed. At least there's this gadget, the Crystal Fly Trap. But you don't have to rely on it too much. As you can see, it takes nearly a whole week for it to capture the butterflies. How many? 15. Every week, anytime you use this item, this gadget, You have to wait yeah, almost a whole week just for 15 crystal cores. But if you know Genshin's map, and you know every location of those crystal butterflies, then yeah, just go to them, find them, get them. Or better yet, make sure if you have if you have my memory, it's best to like throw in a pin, or it should, or tell yourself, okay, it's right next to the waypoint. Easy to remember. So yeah, that's pretty much what you got to do when it comes to character ascension. You have to plan your days, plan your week. Find the weekly boss that you need to take down. Make sure that the world boss. Fight the world boss until you have 46 of these materials and and that material, over and over. So you'll be fighting world bosses over and over. And be grateful you were not there since day one, because these bosses had a respawn time of 3 minutes to respawn. Not anymore, though. You're all lucky, because now they just respawn instantly at the moment you pick up the loot. Oh, right. And yes, I guess I should have also said this as well. When I say plan your day, I mean like literally, because obviously you're spending resins to fight. When you fight the world bosses, you're spending resins to get their materials. They don't just drop it for free. It's not free entirely. Same thing with this. So, yeah. Like I said, plan your day. Fight the weekly bosses. Make sure you're spending your resins wisely. Oh, and word of advice, the condensed resin does not work on the world bosses. It only, because it already it consumes 40 of your resins. So 40, what is it? If it was 200, doing the math, that's 5 times, I think, right? Yeah. You fight the world boss 5 times. In my current level, the world bosses would drop 3 or sometimes 4 of the material. I'm not sure what that's like for Adventure rank 50, but don't sweat on that, the amount that it drops, because again, that is for when you are ready for the challenges, when you're at high adventure rank. Just work with the adventure rank you have, because obviously if you're not maxed out adventure rank and your character ascension is not limited to you can't reach to level 90 because you're not, max ascension. Yeah, again, don't sweat it. Just work with what you can reach, what you have, and yeah, plan out your day. Gather as the materials you need, and don't do what I did in the past. What I did, I was trying to be an even Steven by going from one boss to a different boss each day, and divide and conquer multiple characters. Yeah, no, don't do that. Do not do what I did. Focus on one character at a time. Ascend one character, or at least when you're done spending your resins on the world bosses, you can spend the rest of your time whenever you get time to gather the other materials, from fighting mob enemies to getting those dang plants that grow friggin' 2 days. Oh, and then once again, reminder: not all plants like this have seeds when you pick them up. Like, even if you have the gadget equipped on you and you pick up flowers like these, no, they don't have seeds. You cannot grow them in your Serenity Pod. And then like I said, some items don't. Or they don't have any seeds. You have to wait 2 days real time,
얼음속 링그리자. 필요해.
or I don't know, go to your little brother's world, cousins, friends, and be like, oh, we're just having a co-op session. I'm not gonna take your stuff. Don't mind me. I'm pretty sure there's no tether line between you and your co-op buddy when you're in the open world together. Kind of reminds me of Dynasty Warriors 9. Yeah, in Dynasty Warriors 9, you had no tether line. You could actually play the co-op, split-screen co-op, and be in two opposite ends of the map. I think that rule also applies in Genshin. At least, I like to think it is. I mean, come on, you could even play as... If you had a co-op session with your friends, 4 players, you can all be the same characters. Except you cannot do that in weekly bosses. Obviously, that's forbidden.
빗방울이 떨어지는 소리는 언제나 마음을 차분하게 만들어서 이런 날씨는 혼자서 발레 연습하기에 딱
Hang on.
좋아.
Why is my stream is having a bit of a hiccup, but it shows it's green. Or maybe that's just me on my end.
들리나? 전두 번개.
Lightning, my favorite. Oh man, I've been watching a couple of Marvel Tokon matches from the CEO tournament, and even some retweets that Maximilian has been making on people stringing up combos, and it was what it was what I had hoped to see. People labbing and coming up with like crazy combos. It's crazy and also scary. But it also does leave me an impression being like, oh, okay, so that move you can still can actually be reached, or you can actually air juggle into. Alright, hang on. Is my stream really okay? Still shows green. Huh, weird. Anyway, what time is it? 10:30? Okay, then I better wrap it up then. And I still have to do the moon exploration. How much do I have? I got plenty of time for the free Primogem rewards. It is a permanent location, so other rewards like treasure chests and challenges are still there. So you can still earn Primogems even if you miss the limited time reward, exploration reward. So I had some thought. It's been confirmed. Oh man, it stopped raining. that the confirmation that
하늘이 맑고 공기가 정말 흩어져라.
Paimon is from Celestia.
시작하자. 칭령.
And that she actually descended to the world 500 years ago. But she was nothing more than just an infant baby. And I was trying to imagine what Paimon would look like as a baby, considering how small she is currently. But yeah. But how she ended up being fished out is a mystery. Heck, she doesn't have any recollection, any memories of her time when she descended. Maybe a story for another time.
언제나 마음을
Probably.
차분하게 만들어줘. 이런 날씨는 혼자서 발레 연습하기에 딱 좋아.
But yeah, I think it's going to be crucial in the future.
주술, 윤력, 칭령.
Nothing's more satisfying when it rains and you have the power of Electro. Anyway, what is it? Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, just today the PS2 game Onimusha Dawn of Dreams dropped. I'm considering of getting it. That was actually the first Onimusha game I played a long time ago. Funny enough, the game page on the PlayStation Store says that the game is one player. It is, but there's a secret cheat code in which you can unlock the two-player mode. But I'm not. It should still be the original source game, so maybe the password still is in there. I mean, they didn't change. There was no changes with Soul Calibur 3, right? But I was thinking of that, but then also today is the release. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow at midnight, Neo 3's first DLC launches worldwide. New weapon, new world, or time era, new yokais, new challenges, more death. Yeah, I look forward to that. Alright, let's call it right here. So yeah. Alright, tomorrow... hang on, stretching. Alright, so tomorrow, right, ZZZ's second phase banner is gonna go live. But Remile is still going to be available. Her banner is won't expire until the end, until the next update, actually. So Phase 2 banner, it will be the horse lady, Sigrid. I barely have enough, but I'm gonna try to pull. And speaking of ZZZ, I haven't even started the story yet. And I should be doing that because that way I can just start the beach episode and get the free Lucy swimwear outfit. And there's even another event on top of that, but that expires real soon. Dude, that's free Primo Gems and I'm missing out on that. Yeah, I should probably be doing the story real quick. Thank goodness at least ZZZ has a skip cutscene option. And at least, they give you a summary of the cutscene. But I most likely will be doing that at my own time. I probably won't stream that. We've already had our fair shares of Hoyoverse story mode on stream with Genshin, and it was good. It was peak. And yeah, I'm sure that's not going to be any different with ZZZ. So yeah, that's tomorrow. Not sure about the rest of the week, but yeah, I think that's that. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so with all that being said, you folks have a good day and a good night. See you, folks.